Welcome back to Natlan, everyone. So, as you can see, we are already on Act 3, I believe, and Act 1 and 2 should be uploaded by the time that this comes up. Act 2 was kind of meh. Like, I didn't really like the People the Strings part, so I'm gonna, only have some highlights from that area when it's uploaded. But for this one, I'm also gonna take a more, highlights approach to the quest playthrough because I don't want it to be super long and super boring. I want to only bring the best to you guys. So if you're looking for something that is a very detailed playthrough of a quest, I don't think that you'll find that here. However, I still do hope you enjoy this newer form and it's more entertaining for you guys, and I'll try my best to I'll shorten the videos by quite a bit, but I'll try to make it more interesting. Alright, so let's get into it. Also, I recently got Shiori, and I'm also thinking of trying to swipe to get Shilon in, but I'm still thinking about it, so we have 8 days to decide on it. Let's go. About the captain's whereabouts.
Well, our intel suggests he hasn't made any new movements yet. Although Kenichi's investigation helped us confirm that he's being aided by someone from the Masters of the Nightwind. I'm getting closer to narrowing down who that may be, but it's still unclear whether this person aided the captain out of willingness or coercion. If you learn anything about this during your adventures, please let me know.
About elemental energy in the Abyss.
The Abyss is the most formidable enemy in all of Teyvat. In the beginning, it took failure and tragedy to even begin to learn how to fight back. All of the methods you've seen in other nations were developed based on experience and insight passed down over generations. We know them to work,
okay.
but few of us actually understand why. It's the same for the method we use here in Natlan. Ever since ancient times, elemental energy has been one of our most reliable weapons against the Abyss. As for the principles behind it, I'm afraid you might have to seek answers from someone older than the position of Pyro Archon itself.
About the absence of people from Natlan in other nations.
That also comes down to the long-standing effects of the Abyss. Our people's survival is inextricably tied to the Wyab, but their power has its limits. They cannot offer our people the same degree of protection outside our borders. In fact, people who do decide to leave often suffer from memory loss and emotional issues.
That's very interesting to think about.
Everyone in Natlan understands this. That's why our people never leave without a good cause. Even if someone is left with no choice, the chief of their tribe must seek approval with the Wyab to grant them leave. And the Wyab have always been very strict about granting that approval, since extending protection beyond our borders means consuming power reserved for our fight against the Abyss. Still, there's no need to worry. The Wyab extend their protection to all within Natlan, including visitors from afar.
Hi, Catherine, it's us! Got any new commission?
We are back again.
You two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan.
Okay.
Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the stationed forces can take immediate action.
That'll be faster.
Yes, precisely.
Why is there a
This should
slight
also allow us
delay
to focus on
from the
gathering
text and the
information,
voice?
rather than running around and trying to tackle everything at once. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working hard these days, and this will be a good opportunity for some well-deserved rest.
So that's the plan. We can finally stop and take a break.
I don't want to take a break.
It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and do nothing.
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times when it suddenly became more active in the past. The people here generally see it as something like an acute natural disaster. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives. We just all hope that day will be sooner rather than later.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom.
I also hope the day of peace will come soon. Hello?
Oh, hey, Kachina!
Oh wow,
Are you feeling
she
better
just
now?
it didn't work. There's no voice line. Hey, yeah, now isn't really the time to stay at home and recover anyway. I just wanted to do something to help. I heard that the Pyro Archon is gathering warriors to be stationed in the more remote areas, so I came here to sign up. Impressive, Kachina. Don't think I haven't heard about all the things that you've been doing. Oh my god, my voice. With everyone working so hard, I got to do my part. Oh, by the way, Citlali told me she was ordered to forge you an ancient name. She said that she's all set and we can head over.
So we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names.
Uh-huh.
I still can't believe anyone could forge those things.
Shilonen is a true master. Not only can she forge ancient names, she's also all sorts of fun things. I can't. She's always got a pile of commissions on her plate, so you usually have to wait a while. In this case, she's completely cleared her schedule. She wants to give her full attention. Well, I've already signed up as a warrior, so all I have to do is now is wait for my assignment. If it's okay, maybe we can go to see Citlali together. She wouldn't turn me away, right? I mean, I hope she wouldn't.
Have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
Yeah. Ah! Yeah, of course. I hope that, like, the rest of the quest, if Kachina is involved, we actually have voice lines. Like, that'd be really nice. Where is Kachina's voice? I'm sad.
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation.
I may or may not,
Wait,
record another
Are
day.
you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders. No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able to return safe and sound. And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time, I thought she was just commenting on my skills. But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now. No, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and we used to argue a lot. Honestly, it's probably for the better that she didn't bring this up at the time. Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, and it'd be pointless to take my anger out on someone else. But just because I understand her rationale doesn't make me any less upset. After all, she must have known that forging an ancient name for an Outlander is an impossible task.
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's sparing glory, which grows even richer and heavier as generations of successors inherit it. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name. But they were all performed outside of Natland, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had performed heroic deeds in Natland, as an Outlander, your actions still wouldn't have been recorded by our lands. Only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by the Wyab can be used as a basis for an ancient name. Even the greatest of craftsmen cannot create something out of thin air, you know. That's just how it is.
Seems the Wyab don't want just anyone to get a name, huh?
Awika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're already willing to accept the task?
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is already done, and it's not like I can outright defy the order.
I like that
of the
attitude.
Archon. If she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable part of her plan, and that I'll be able to find a way to make it happen. In other words, the order is an affirmation of my abilities.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
That's the trust we see there. Oh my god, Kachina.
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyab when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out together.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one you
Yeah.
met is indeed the best one for us to talk to? Plus, considering the unprecedented nature of this situation, I have a feeling that the acknowledgement of one Wyab alone would
So we need to
probably
do
not be
6.
enough. I don't know. That requires a level of knowledge that I do not possess. We need to find a consultant who's an expert on all things Night Kingdom and Wyab. The first person who comes to mind is Citlali at the Masters of the Nightwind. The one we call Granny Citlali.
Oh, we've heard that name before. We used her spirit speaker stone to find Kachina's ancient name. A person who can make something like that must be pretty impressive. I'm unsure she'd be able to help.
Still, she's older now and quite eccentric. It's hard to even book a meeting with her, given that she's constantly holed up in her room and doesn't like to be disturbed. I've heard that to get her help, you have to be extremely patient with her and know how to keep her spirit up.
I hate to break it to you,
Yeah,
but...
she won't be happy.
Huh. Why is that? I mean, didn't she already help you before?
Uh-oh, we broke her machine.
To save Kachina.
Well, yeah. At the cost of her spirit speaker stone being split into two.
Awkward.
There you go, Moeka. We're already off to a rocky start here. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order from the Pyro Archon. Hopefully, Citlali would still want to show respect to the Archon. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then that should help too.
Paimon sure hopes a how won't interrupt with talking, though.
Alright, Kaniche is a seasoned negotiator. I trust that he'll know the best things to say. Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we can meet up near the statue of the Seven
Okay.
later.
We're not off to a very exciting
In
start.
the meantime.
It really sucks that there's no voice line. Let me just...
Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
Is she waiting for us to carry on the conversation? Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh? Or even more rude not to laugh?
When the Masters of the Nightwind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual.
Yeah.
She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a little forced.
Anyway, Shilonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an ancient name.
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Fade to black? Of course.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, that would be a first.
Okay, that's not even
And
what
you've
that
also
says.
heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the Fatui of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we came here to ask you. We'll help bring Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the ancient name. What do you think?
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now.
I'll call you
Traveler,
Boba.
come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Okay.
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet
Okay.
you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds, a weary yet free soul. Even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe
That sounds like
passage.
poetry.
Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream
Oh,
of.
wow.
You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift a torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the traveler gonna be okay?
A shoe! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so
Oh,
some
okay.
fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry. I've just cleared out the last of them.
Isn't that kinda like Ghost come back with you?
I love our expression.
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind, and generally worsen your mood.
Well, Paimon does the same thing, so like, it's fine.
Oh, in that case, better to get rid of them.
Thank you.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribe?
That is the Wyab.
Something this important is beyond
I'm
their
kidding.
jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's
The
even
S
more
from
powerful
Citlali
than the
is like
Wyab of
so
the tribes.
strong.
Well,
Like
that
the
sort
S
of
sound.
makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with its consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me?
I
Sure.
can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with Citlali to track down Auroron.
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please, be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come find me.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it safe.
All right, now it's time for us to catch that brat and bring him back. All right, then let's start by heading to where Auroron was seen last.
Of course, I have chests that
this
are
is the
not unlocked
spot.
yet.
An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to some Fatui soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him.
Okay.
Or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given there are no signs of a fight.
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in Natlan? Feels kinda weird to see
Yeah.
her so frustrated and helpless like this.
I thought she would be very like confident.
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to
wholesome.
my place.
That's all there is. Then that doesn't sound like a bad person.
Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track his movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything.
Oh, right. I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
How about now?
What do you see? Whoa, Paimon can see it now too!
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too.
Wow, you can even share your senses with us? First time Paimon's heard
Yeah.
anything like that.
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted.
I didn't order food, so I'm gonna do that and then we're gonna continue. All right, we are done ordering food.
Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron. Good luck, you two. What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me?
Language of the youth.
But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough?
He's
I've
trying
already
really
tried
hard to
my
be
best to
trendy.
match their speech patterns, but given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh?
Yeah,
Was that
we heard it.
Citlali's voice?
Seems Paimon heard it, but she's understood. Yeah, side effect. Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help
She's a
of
big
friends.
softie. Telepathy, yeah.
Oh? They appear to be feeling quite
Oh, this is so
Looks
cute.
like our work will go smoothly.
There's no voice line for Traveler though.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there. Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as
Oh
a
wow,
guide,
thank you so
definitely
much,
looks
Paimon.
like people set
Thank you,
camp
thank you
here.
so much.
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal for the
Oh.
Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone
Oh,
from our
no.
tribe would recognize it. So Auroron was indeed being threatened. We've got to find him. Fast. Leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words,
Yeah, definitely.
he was probably under the Fatui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is
Aw.
also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
Sure, that's not what it says. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend like we don't know anything. There are traces of phlogiston here, but
Did you find something?
yeah, it ends here. Okay.
So we can't tell where Auroron might have gone from here. That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either.
That's intentional. He's gonna just pop out and jump scare us.
But he can't have just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those Fatui with him.
Paimon's right. This is all extremely strange. Also,
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind.
yeah, there he
beneath the
is.
earth.
Whose voice is that? Oh. Oh, okay. The Night Kingdom? How did I get here? Oh, hello. That's
I'm
him,
very
isn't
sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you.
it? I like his voice.
I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as
Okay.
it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for.
Like, I've seen the drip marketing. I've seen what people have been saying about him. I am a little disappointed as well. I hoped he... There's just... It looks like there's too much going on in his design. Yeah, but whatever. What does this mean? Have you escaped?
Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
The captain.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
I will stab you. I'm kidding. In-game.
His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom.
What do you want?
I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in
Okay.
I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you. In person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon.
Okay.
I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Okay. So you just keep our mouths shut.
Hey, what happened just now?
No, it's okay, Paimon, I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed? That would explain, yeah.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
Citlali! He froze for a moment
Aww.
and then just collapsed to the ground!
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or
Oh,
pain
I like the
anywhere?
pose that we're posing at right now. I'm fine.
Don't worry. We can take a short break.
Oh,
Sorry,
she's so
I know I asked for
sweet.
your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
They were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations. But should I trust them? I could just share with... Oh my god. I could just share everything with Paimon and Citlali right now, but that would mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of the Night Wind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else. Smart. Perfect.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Citlali should be able to, exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything
sure.
from me, just say the word.
Yeah, I'm fine.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Even though the situation remains quite urgent, you take a rest. Auroron's words still echo in your mind, meanwhile Citlali continues to keep her eyes on you.
Need to be more careful next time.
Feeling better yet, traveler?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Auroron is probably being held inside.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the wind and the clouds. We either move as one or not at all. But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Let's go.
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's him.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Auroron. He does look the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun.
What?
Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside.
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
Madge.
Citlali's struggling to control her temper now.
Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count. 3, 2, 1!
I'm ready.
Have a seat. I will have order. Gather.
I am cutting edge of fashion.
Looks like I went too far.
Easy.
Auroron!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Citlali, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
I'm Gramps. How dare you?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not?
Sure.
Seem to be approximately the same age.
Really?
as her,
Oh,
so
we're
I
just,
figured
you know, like, we're
you
just
gotta be
500
Gramps.
years old. It's fine. No big deal.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret, and said it would be for Citlali's sake. So you treat everyone like they're Gramps and Grannies.
Exactly.
Okay.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding, Auroron? Haven't
Aww.
I told you 100 times since you were a kid? Heed the 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers
Aw.
looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going
This
to
is like
get
such
you
a
into
mother
trouble
and son
sooner or
talk.
later. But getting kidnapped?
It's
That really takes the
really a
cake.
mother and son talk.
You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
Oh my god, she is mad.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Aww.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who
Oh,
helped
boy.
the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes,
So why did you do it?
because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey, I'm no ordinary granny.
Oh,
Really dare
that's
to come
so
after
cute.
me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value? And not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind, and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've
It's like
taught
sensei
you?
moment.
I'm sorry.
Ugh, forget it.
All right, we are back from eating, and I posted a cringe selfie on Instagram. Let's continue.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's
By the way,
rescue because
do
he
follow me.
promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
Okay.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her forgiveness?
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Citlali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from
Guarantor?
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. I don't have any more time to waste here. I still have other things to do.
custody. Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron! Please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Archon's decision.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least you won't need to hide your face anymore.
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your help. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my side of the deal. Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an ancient name for you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be counting on you.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Okay.
It's as good as done. You can just go twiddle your thumbs or something while you wait for the good news. Bye for now. Come with me, Auroron. We've got to find you a place to stay for the night.
Goodbye, Gramps.
This new grandson of mine is way too polite. That look on his face is probably trying to remind me, yeah. It doesn't strike me as a liar. Had I not seen anything for myself, everything for myself, I'd have never guessed that he could have done so much work behind her back.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub.
Paimon, there's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it, Traveler?
Fade to black. Yeah, we don't wait time, we fade to black.
The captain?
Keep your voice down! Oh my god, Paimon, such a blabber.
Paimon just didn't see that coming. So you really saw him in the Night Kingdom? And he didn't attack you?
Nope.
Oh, that Auroron, what is he up to? He sounded earnest enough just now. Paimon would have never guessed anything was happening. All that stuff about protecting Citlali and being forced to help the Fatui, when he's actually been a willing accomplice all along.
I'm still not sure.
Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will support your choice no matter what, so if you want to go, we can go together. We still have another whole day before the meeting, so we'll just meet with them when the time comes.
I figured I'd show you guys my Chiori build, cause... Oh my god. I figured that I'd show you guys my Chiori build. Keep in mind, this is not 100% accurate, because a lot of this is inflated because of the theater buffs. I think. I'm not sure. We do have a little bit of HP, and you'll see why in a second, but here are the stats. You can pause if you need to. I'm not, like, the best. I'm not anywhere near the best, but I'm trying my best to make her better. We have her signature and 4-piece husk. So let's start with the flower. You can pause if you need to. Yeah, this flower is the reason for the HP. Feather, timepiece, no sands, sorry, sands, goblet, and the circlet. So yeah, I mean, the circlet is probably the best one, but well, yeah. C0, I really do like C2, but I don't want to swipe that hard, so I'm going to stick with however many I can get. Also, I need to get Shilonen, or I want to get Shilonen, so yeah. Let's continue.
Weird. Paimon doesn't see anyone. Oh, please don't let this be a trap.
There he is.
What was that?
Good evening. Nice to see you again.
It's you. You shouldn't pop up from behind people like that. What are you, a ghost?
I'm terribly sorry. It's just a forced habit.
And what's with you apologizing all the time? You sound
Yeah, I know, right? Like, you're
nice.
actually being shady, but you're just
Saying
polite.
stuff behind people's backs.
You're right. Granny tells me that too. Huh. Come to think of it, you remind me of her.
Okay,
Sometimes you two sound
okay.
really similar, you know.
Oh, so you're gonna call Paimon Granny too now?
Well, I could.
So what's the purpose? Yeah, let's get to the point, man.
It's all clear. Over to you.
Excellent. The fact that you showed up proves that I was right about your character.
I don't really care how the Fatui thinks, yeah.
Yet, there's been a lot of talk about you. Child told me that you're passionate about the unknown and willing to take risks. Rather than facing you as an enemy, I would much prefer to bring you to my side.
I mean, I don't mind being by your side because you seem like a really cool guy. However, I need to know more information. You need to sell me first. You need to pitch yourself as an idea to me.
If we allow the current state of things to continue, we will inevitably clash. And that's a scenario that I'd very much like to avoid.
Why? I have plot armor. I can easily defeat you.
I've long heard of your exploits across the nations. Though you have crossed swords with my colleagues many times, I know that you are by no means an unreasonable person. And once you've learned the truth of the Pyro Archon Malwika, never willingly share with you, you may just find it in your heart to consider my proposal.
I assume you've already been informed of the Pyro Archon's plan. In order to defeat the Abyss and save Natlan, she still needs 2 more heroes to appear.
Wait, how did you know that? Never mind. Guess that's not important now.
I've long kept a close eye on her plan. To be frank, it's an exceedingly risky plan. Will the heroes really appear? And even if they come to her, will their power be enough to drive the Abyss back? If any part of the plan goes awry, all of Natlan, even all of Teyvat, will pay for her mistakes.
Interesting.
Now, you may have been led to believe that this is the only plan available to her. But what if I told you she's had another emergency plan all along? The details of which she has chosen to keep hidden from you.
To be honest, I'm not surprised if that were true.
An emergency plan?
Yes. A way to keep Natlan intact, even if her original plan fails. But given the painful cost of its execution, she has chosen to keep it as a mere backup plan. Whether this stems from hesitation, fear, or even naivete, I cannot say. But Natlan cannot afford to wait until she comes to her senses. My fear is that given the enormity of the decision, she will be reluctant to confront the dire reality we face until it is too late. There will be no time left to execute the backup plan, and all of Natlan will be lost to the Abyss. We have to make the decision for her, here and now.
Like, I understand. Yeah, it is like, where's the evidence?
Yeah, do you have any evidence for all this? Just telling us a bunch of scary stuff isn't enough, you know. Besides, wasn't it you who tried to seize the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa clan?
Wait, by seizing Gnosis and making the decision for her. Yeah.
I knew you to be clever enough to see. That's right. I did not seek the Gnosis for the Tsaritsa. Since I was defeated in battle, I must put to rest my thoughts about the Gnosis. But even so, my desire to save Natlan remains unchanged.
Ha! Rip Bozo! You're still not strong enough.
I have found a new way to solve the crisis. We can implement it immediately if we reach an agreement.
Someone's here.
Uh-oh.
Huh? The captain disappeared!
Something is rapidly approaching. Oh no.
Something? Bad news, Chunk. It's your granny!
I knew it. I knew she was coming for us. I knew it.
I knew something was amiss after we were separated. Hidden ceremonial tools, an unconscious traveler. I must say, I'm very curious about what you're up to. How dare you go behind our backs like this, Auroron? Colluding with the Fatui? Really? Oh, here we go again. Cat got your tongue, huh? You really think you can avoid a scolding just by staying quiet?
I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Oh, and now you're talking back. Well, go on then. Explain yourself.
I think, yeah, she has to know. Like, we can't keep her out of this.
I feel so guilty.
You! That's it! Where are my tools? I swear if I don't teach you a lesson right here and now, I'll...
Wait, Citlali! Please, calm down. We, still learned a lot of info, didn't we? Like the fact that the captain isn't trying to seize the Gnosis anymore. So, maybe just save the scolding for later, okay?
Yeah, this is not the time and the place.
Listen well, Auroron. You're only getting out of this now because of the Traveler's plea. This isn't over. You hear me? You're right, Traveler. Let's go. We can discuss this more back in the city. In all my years, I've never had a child cause me so much grief. Do you seriously not see what's at stake here?
Okay, yeah, I got a good laugh out of this.
On your shoulders, Auroron. Use it. Why did you help the captain? And I want the truth this time. No answer? Think you're being smart? Then let me ask a different question. What does the captain want? What is his purpose in Natlan? Really? You're just going to stonewall me?
Looks like Auroron has no intention of answering her.
Just use your brain for a second. What do you possibly stand to gain by helping the captain? Only endless trouble.
Well, he does want to
awaits
save
you and
everyone, which
in the
is
tribe.
yeah.
You've always been a good kid. Why would you throw that all away now? If you're worried about something, just talk to me. Granny would much rather we had a conversation instead of constantly clashing like this.
Why is he staring at us?
Oh,
all
we
of a
need to
sudden?
help him.
I'm sorry that you have to hear all this.
It's fine.
Indeed. It's like going to visit a friend at his house, only to suddenly hear your friend berating a naughty Saurian.
Well, that's an oddly specific analogy. Wait, did one of your friends really do that?
Yes. And every time my friend scolded his Saurians, they would look at me the same way you're looking at me now. Helpless and embarrassed.
Wait, but you're the one getting your head chewed off. Stop making this about us!
Indeed. You've got a point. Then please just hang in there for a little while longer. Granny should be done with her scolding session soon.
Oh? You dare gossip between yourselves instead of listening to me? You...
Sorry, Granny.
Sorry, Granny.
Oh,
Sorry, Granny. You know what? Fine.
She needs to know,
everything I say
man.
goes in one ear and out the other. You're all grown up now, so why would you listen to an old hag like me? You say all the right things, but then you go and completely ignore me. Well, if that's how you're going to treat me, you can stop sending Aoife over to my place to deliver your stupid vegetables. I don't need anything from you.
You can feel like the emotion and the pain in the voice acting. So whoever voice acts her, great job.
Who's Aoife? A delivery person?
That's irrelevant. The point is, he hangs out with this kid, so he must be no good. You kids get to a certain age and suddenly act like you know it all.
And I'm 500 years old.
Get through to you. Auroron, if you're still thinking about that so-called duty, then please, just forget about it. The ley lines did not fall to this state because of you. And we've long closed the book on that incident.
Seems they've started talking about some kind of tribal
Yeah,
history.
I don't know what they're
I'm
talking
starting
about.
to get lost.
That's not it, Granny.
There's something off about that voice.
I know you tend to get down on yourself when you're upset, but I can tell I really hurt you this time. All I can say is I'm sorry.
His voice. Auroron, where have you gone?
It sounds like he's somewhere super far away. But
Yeah, he left. His soul left.
in front of us?
I'm really sorry. It's up to all of us to do everything we can to save Natalie. So I'm gonna go.
Get back here this instant! Auroron! What is this? Powder from plant spores? Is that the trick he used?
What just happened? How was he able to suddenly get so far away like that?
It's a trick of his. If you grind spores into a powder and spray it in the air, it can be manipulated to create an illusion. He pulled it off flawlessly. He must have put a lot of time into perfecting it. Don't tell me that's how he's been hunting in the fields these days. Couldn't he have picked up something more useful? Little brat. That's it. The next time we meet, I'm definitely going to break his legs.
Whoa, that's a little extreme. But still, why does he feel like he needs to run from us?
Yeah.
If his goal is also to protect Natland, then can't we work together?
He still doesn't want to tell us.
I'm sorry for interrupting your conversation with them earlier. But even if you'd been able to hear them out, there's no guarantee you would have gained anything substantial. Auroron probably did everything he could to get away because he knew I'd get the truth out of him sooner or later. That brat. I swear.
The captain probably has some sort of substantial plan, otherwise, yeah. Meeting again is out of the cards, so it might be faster to just approach the Archon and confirm what the captain said. I can also tell that his stubbornness has hurt her deeply, yeah. What was the duty?
We've got quite a long walk back to the city. Let's take our time.
Yeah,
It'll give me
okay.
a moment to figure out how to explain all this. Do you two have some time? Feeling hungry? How about we get something to eat?
All right, it's been a while since we last ate. Now that we can relax, Paimon just realized how hungry she is.
Then let's go. We can...
Really? That's right. See, well, he's right. We're seasoned adventurers.
Hey, come on now. You won't even let...
Are you sure?
Mora is the least of my concerns. Besides, we're definitely due a meal
Sure, that's fine with that.
Don't worry. I'm sure a juicy grilled steak will work wonders.